An engineer in a bright blue jacket is tinkering with the door lock, cursing under his breath non-stop. Blowing a curly strand of hair off his forehead, he turns to you.
You're a newcomer, right? It's a straight-up open house here today.
He offers you his hand. According to his badge, this is Maxim Penkovsky, technician.
Now, in the game, there's different wings. Like, I'm White Wing. And how I'm going to build my characters, I want high-tech weapons and contraptions. But there's Blue Wing, which are like technicians like this guy. There's Orange Wing, that's more like manual labor jobs. They'll be loading everything up. Silver Wing is management. And I believe there's Black Wing, which is more like the security people. But I wanted the high-tech weapons. And you get contraptions, which I believe is like bombs and stuff. Am I working tomorrow? Yes, I am. I don't have a day off this... Well, besides yesterday, I got to work Thanksgiving and the day after. But if I'm feeling good, I'll be streaming tomorrow night, because I'm not going to stream on Thanksgiving night. But I'll stream tomorrow night. Same time as always, 8 p.m. And then I'll be off, and I'll stream again on Sunday. But on December 4th... let me double check here. Because I got some days up ahead that I am taking off. Yeah, so December 4th, I'll be streaming longer that day. That's Sunday. Because I have the 5th. I actually have the 5th and 6th off. Also, on the 29th, the next Tuesday, I'll be streaming longer too, because I have the 30th off. The silver and the black you like?
The technician slaps the door with one hand.
You have to wait until I'm done. Some orange jammed up the lock with chewing gum just for a laugh. They're like animals, those oranges, marking their territory. If you ask me, they're too gracious about those bastards in Crystal Sands.
And silver and black? The black, I think, would just be all military-like. It's all guns and everything. I like the idea of the high-tech weapons, so like lasers and stuff like that is what I'll have. And then I think with contraptions I'll have like grenades, stuff like that I can make. I'm hoping for like a more of a ranged build with this, but you'll get companions in the game too. That'll help you out. Can you open the door?
Penkovsky grunts angrily.
I wish I could. I'm gonna have to disassemble, clean, and reassemble it to get it working. It's work I don't need, and all thanks to some idiot.
Maxime extracts a thin, sharp, precision probe from behind his ear and dangles it in front of you.
Though there's another way. You want to learn something about picking locks? It's a useful skill in all sorts of situations.
He looks at you expectantly.
How did you learn how to pick locks?
The blue's getting excited.
All right, looky here.
Penkovsky presses his pick lock, and an odd device resembling a hybrid of a screwdriver and a can opener into your hand.
Using a mechanical pick lock is easy peasy. No special skill required. They wear out after a few locks. While the old-fashioned kind is another thing entirely. Cheap, one use. But one has to know how to use it right. That's a tool for a master.
Maxime takes out another pick lock and crouches by the door. He gives you a quick lesson on how to pick a lock.
By the way, you can carry your tools in your belt. It's much handier to have them right.
I don't have a belt.
Penkovsky shows you his utility belt, where he keeps all kinds of tools and gadgets.
Actually, finding tools under the dome is no problem at all. There are even devices for hacking terminals and so on.
Maxime hoists up his belt. The blue solemnly raises his index finger.
And one more thing. Always use brand name stuff if you can. Groovy produces good kits. Modus and Supercolor do too. They've all got fat contracts with Cronus, so they care about quality.
Right. He looks at the door again.
Damn these locks. Though I'd rather be doing this than fixing hab pods. Those are a real pain in the ass. I know.
Winter's kind of bad. I don't know. I worked. I worked. And then I wasn't feeling so good. So I made 2 videos, and then I just kind of relaxed. Because I got my new PC coming in. Whenever. A couple weeks, I hope. So I may have to get some more components for it. I got a capture card, and then I might need to get a new mic. Maybe the XLR, but if I get that, that's going to be about another $200. What's wrong with the head pods?
Penkovsky gives you a patronizing look.
Because they're poorly made, warped from the heat, and the filters aren't worth a damn. The modules were constructed by marketing managers, not engineers. Building a city in the desert was also their idea. This project is all about PR. Cronus wants to show the world how tough they are.
All right, so
I
need
repeat,
to
get a lockpick and attach it to your utility belt. And then, apply it to the door. You're doing great. All right, off you go. I'll keep working on this lock.
Welcome under the dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a color.
I got a Zydex. Probably something in the office there. I mean, do you still hear it? The ticking noise? I got a Zydex computer, so it's going to be a 4080 video card. It's the new Intel CPU, so it's the 13, which is it? It's the 7, not the 9. So I didn't get the top of the line one. But yeah, it's spendy. It's spendy. Oh, it's making that ticking noise again. Let me try this. Is that working? Let me know if it's still making that noise. Huge built-in display, rows of glowing points from detailed map of under the dome. Touch the screen at your fingertips. The static makes your hairs on your arm rise. Turn on audio. No, they're very expensive. Very expensive. Turn audio again. Do you still hear it, Salty? Does it still make that noise? Yeah, I got a new mic. Oh, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. I missed part of your conversation. Yeah, I did get a new mic. Because from what I'm looking at, you'll probably want maybe there's a mini XLR mixer, but it doesn't take a USB. It has to have the XLR plug-in from a mic. If anybody knows more, let me know, because I'm not very familiar with this. But yeah, this one don't work with that, and there might be some workarounds. But if I get a new mic with the XLR, I'll have a mixer, and then that makes everything easier. Zero ticking. Okay. Yeah. No. Speakers hidden in the table come to life. In the north, there's the first autonomous living and research bunkers under the dome. And in a couple of years, you'll find a real city in this location. No, the city with a capital C. This will be an ultra-modern light civilization, a utopia from which the city and Earth will aspire. Yeah, I don't really want to buy a new mic if I don't have to. But I don't know how good the setup is going to be. But I think there's a way around it. You can get some audio stuff, I think, or I guess a mixer software that might work. So I might try that first. But we'll see. Look to the south. Desert to south, color bright. Brick red. Something huge and shapeless, resembling a poorly drawn star, cast a disjoint rays across the sand. Nearby, site designation O10 Ankara. Glows blurrily white. Turn your attention to the vast research facility. Institutes south of the dome is scientific and industrial center. Here we forge our future together. Sounds like from invisible speak. The west. Top display over pale lands to the west and almost milky white patches of salt marsh. The west of the dome is amazingly empty. Small ripple of cascade across the table surface. Audio guide is on. In the west dome, you'll find a sprawling recreation area, spas, bars, massage parlors, casinos, and romantic resorts. Already available, waiting for every employee. Yeah, but very expensive setup. I just bought the capture card. So with that, I can just plug. I don't have to worry about how I'm setting up right now, so I shouldn't have issues with, hopefully, audio syncing. Might make it easier to do the streaming. But I believe I'm probably going to need I'll probably get the XLR Mini and probably almost have to get a new mic. I've seen one for like $80. It might be cheaper XLR one, but I don't know how cheap I want to go. Look to the east. Fader slider to the right. The eastern section of the dome is several unfinished facilities, abandoned buildings, paved roads are almost absent. All but lonely fractured highway, dusted with sand. Loud voice like a salesman blares out. The eastern part of the dome is in the business center. This is where the action is, literally. Look at all the grids glistening, rooftops, and construction machines scurrying about, digging the trenches, building roads. This project century. Center, bird's eye view of the Concorde station. Main structure. Built into the rock is a harsh white against the backdrop of yellowish sand. This Concorde is the first and still the most complex under the dome. The station is an artery for all communications from the outside world, as well as the hub where all supplies, equipment, and new employees arrive in the dome. It'd be a shame if something happened to Concorde, wouldn't it?
I don't know about you, but I'm sure I'll come here in a year.
Norman.
And we'll feel like a real
Welcome to the dome.
This is bigger.
Stubby black face brightens upon you. Norman Potter is written on his badge. There's a plastic peace sign next to his badge. Violation of regulations.
Greetings.
Hello, brother. Did you know that 2 out of 7 Cronus employees die violently? We house the kindest activist. We house of the kindness. Activists want to change that. Gives you a hand and he's supporting a couple friendship bracelets. Slaps at his pockets. Plus, I don't have any more leaflets. But don't worry. I'll tell you about the non-lethal weapons and how to defeat an opponent without killing them. What is House of Kindness? This is our commune. We practice meditation, walk on coals, don't eat meat, and we're able to give up plastic. Non-lethal weapons? Change your life. When you arrive under the dome, you'll be issued weapons, but they're never explained that almost any kind of weapon can be used in non-lethal ammunition or attack methods. Non-lethal ammunition causes severe fatigue. After several attacks, the enemy may be knocked unconscious. That sounds like a hippie thing. Yeah, in this game, I believe you could do a playthrough without killing anyone. Like he was just saying, you can just knock them out. Non-lethal weapons include tasers, pepper sprays, tranquilizer darts, can also be acquired under the dome. There are martial arts techniques that only take the enemy out of action without killing him. Remember the main thing. If you want to win without killing, you have to exhaust your opponent. Well, that's just not going to happen. There we go. I wonder why a hippie is serving Blackwing. My mission. I choose Blackwing to provide an example that military service without violence is possible. Yeah. I'll be killing. Then, this game, Arcane, and probably one of my favorite CRPGs of all time. It's an old game from 2000s. I did a playthrough a year ago, I think it was. About a year ago I did. And there is a title you can get as the Butcher of Stillwater, where you just kill everybody in town. Just kill them all.
Bye-bye.
Move away from this weird dude.
Under the dome.
Ladies
An amazing
and
excursion
gentlemen,
to a world
this
of new
is
technology
the
and the
dome.
riddles of an ancient civilization. Oh, hello there.
Young woman polished badge reads Letizia Rivares. She's carrying a stack of glossy leaflets under her arm. See another leaflets in the armchair. Welcome to the dome. I have information useful for every scientist and researcher. She smiles broadly. The silver smiles broadly. My name is Letizia. Give me a few minutes of precious time and I'll tell you about the remarkable career opportunities, breathtaking perspectives awaiting you under the dome. Don't turn me down. This is important. I also have a timeshare. Alright, well listen. Take a seat. I'll tell you how Cronus will change your life. Dome marks the beginning of a new era on the history of civilization. You've chosen a white wing and you're calling the lead humanity to better tomorrow. See, what I'm hoping for that Arcanum is that it's owned by Activision, but Microsoft, I think, is buying Activision. So, fingers crossed that they do like a sequel to it, a remake of it, because the game is amazing because it combines magic and steampunk type of stuff with it. It's just, I love it. The entire infrastructure under the dome is tailored to scientists' need. A Magellan research station located in the north is equipped with the latest scientific equipment. Many other projects have special research facilities built just for them, like White Swan or the Kaleidoscope Project. Many other where the best scientific minds of the world has assembled. Point something there as if displaying an invisible map. Cronus believes the forefathers' technology will change the future. Therefore, it invests heavily in providing luxury living conditions for White Wing employees, substantial wages, comfortable accommodations, free insurance, all to help you uncover the secrets of the dome as much as possible. Maintain meaningful silence. We'll stay down for some time, watching another. Steep corporate thing. Just thank her. I'm glad you liked it. Usually people don't see how important this stuff is. If you're honestly interested in the speech, maybe you'd like to take a look through the leaflet. Alright, we'll take it. Take the glossy leaflet, color picture on the cover. White and pink houses, palm trees, luxury cars. You can't actually find all the things under the dome, though the picture is beautiful.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You see a tall scientist in a white lab coat, bathed in the dim lamplight. He almost appears to be hovering above the laboratory floor. The man turns at your footsteps. He's holding a paper clipboard and a pencil. His shimmering silver badge reads Sebastian Van Olden. He glances from you to the glittering watch on his wrist.
I want us to respect one another's time. Please speak loudly, clearly, and to the point. You must be the newcomer I was told about. Nice to meet you.
Finished with his unusual greeting, he offers you his thin hand.
For the briefing.
The scientist puts the clipboard aside, raises his watch for a closer look, and sets the timer. He shows you his watch dial.
According to the rules of this briefing, I have to touch on a large number of topics. Therefore, I will do so very briefly. Do not interrupt me. When I'm finished, I'll answer your questions.
Sebastian produces his handheld and clicks some buttons.
I checked your scanner. It's working and is connected to the Minerva database. Everything you scan will earn you Kronos or Forefathers knowledge points.
Okay.
The instructor watches you with displeasure.
Are you listening? Scan everything that might be of scientific interest. First of all, anomalies. They could be dangerous. Make sure to always have medication with you.
He places a canvas pouch in your hand.
This pouch is full of bolts. You can temporarily discharge an anomaly by throwing a bolt into it. It's primitive, but reliable.
Van Olden pushes a button on his stopwatch.
So, my oral briefing fell within the allotted span of time. Any questions you want to ask me?
What is a Minerva database?
Sebastian snorts skeptically.
Oh, great. You're even ignorant of the basics. Minerva is a mainframe located at Magellan Base, where you'll be going soon, by the way. The Minerva disk stores the database containing every piece of information about the Dome and the company's employees. It is thanks to this scanning that the database is constantly updated. Are you ready for the second part of the briefing, or do you have any more questions?
The instructor looks at his chronometer again.
Ask what these knowledge points are and what difference is between these two kinds. I'm just going to keep talking to him and ask him questions because it pisses him off.
The White scowls in annoyance.
Do you know anything at all? What did you come under the Dome for anyway? You get knowledge points for scanning objects. For scanning anomalies and relics, you receive Forefather points. Scanning the company's property and employees, living or dead, earns you Chronos knowledge points.
He explains with a sagacious expression.
You can exchange knowledge points for medication and equipment as part of the volunteer research program. Are you ready for the next part? The clock is ticking.
The instructor taps his watch meaningfully.
What's that? Scan objects.
Sebastian pulls a scanner from his pocket.
I will demonstrate this only once. To switch on the scanner, press the button on the right side of the manipulator housing. The scanning beam is narrow. It's intended to focus on one object at a time.
Yeah, great vocabulary. Well, the great scientists want to go here and research it. So that's why scientists came here. Why some of these other people, I don't know. But I would understand if something like this happened in the world. I guarantee a scientist would be flooding this place.
Van Olden turns on the scanner and continues.
My advice is to scan anything that might be of scientific or statistical interest. Relics, forefathers' objects, automatic doors, vehicles, vending machines, deceased employees.
Everything. Scan everything.
He turns the screen so you can see it.
The scanner automatically transmits data to the Minerva system, and you receive knowledge points. Do you have any questions, or can we proceed to the practical part of our briefing?
That's a list of useful medications for researching anomalies.
You'll need some one-use stimulator injectors, bandages to stop bleeding, and anti-radiation agents and radio protectors, including ARAD-3.
The White ticks these off on his fingers. He produces a black-capped, transparent plastic jar out of his pocket.
According to protocol, you should have this medicine. I'll give it to you as soon as we proceed to the practical part of the briefing. Are you ready, by the way, or do you have any questions?
I'm pretty sure I just throw it, but we'll ask him anyway because it pisses him off.
The researcher winces.
Why do I have to spell out every single thing for you? Take a bolt, throw it at the anomaly, and it goes off. Any more questions?
No more
questions.
questions.
The scientist glances at his watch again.
You're within the time limit for questions. The next step is training in the artificial ecozone.
He rests one finger on the button in preparation to start the timer.
You're going to go downstairs and scan relics. I will be monitoring your progress. Please note there are several radioactive anomalies in the ecozone. These are the same conditions you'll be working in the field. Radioactive zones and relics are quite common under the Dome.
He smoothly extracts a jar of yellow pills from his pocket.
Here's your ARAD-3. And one more thing. Just a moment.
Inhospitable wilderness, you'll say. And I fully agree with you. But
please stand by for decontamination to end.
You'll be lying by a swimming pool, sipping a margarita right on this spot.
So we gotta throw bolts in here. Do I have bolts?
But we aren't strangers to sci-fi here. The detailed plans are ready.
Ballistic calculations.
There will soon be a real resort city in the west. With bars,
Oh,
casinos,
offhand. Okay.
spas, and very
I
don't know about you, but I'm sure I'll come here in a year when you'll
don't know what that is.
This is Victoria Legrand.
We've got disinfectant, antibacterial substance based on isopropyl alcohol, destroys all bacteria known to science, perhaps the known kinds, unknown kinds as well. Lock picking.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Dome.
Oh, there's
from
the bolts.
inside.
Okay.
With me, Victoria Legrand.
Von Olden gestures back at the ecozone.
You haven't completed scanning everything yet.
Fine, fine, fine. Pretty demanding. Got a secret. Oh, I need a shovel. Well, why didn't you tell me I needed a shovel? Alright, so we gotta throw a bolt in here. Well, don't. First thing first. Stop. Scan. Oh, do I gotta throw the bolt first? No.
Be careful around the anomalies. Touch one of them and you'll be injured. Toss a bolt at the anomaly to discharge it.
Right. Is there a certain number am I gonna do? Where are you going? Get onto that. Not very smart, am I? Oh, I didn't scan that one.
Journal entry. A successful scanning attempt. You're doing all right so far. Go ahead. I'll keep an eye on you and make sure you don't screw it up. Journal entry. 2 objects scanned.
Okay, we're gonna go on the other side.
Watch out for anomalies. Touch one and you'll be in. There we go. Med kit. Capsules, Arid 3, med kit, rad force. Now, can I tell how much radiation I have on me? Why am I stealthed? Oh, activate stealth mode. Yeah, so we got character, quests, craft window. Here we go. I can only learn 2 things right now: weapon repair kit, mechanical repair kit.
Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaflet.
Steal all your stuff. What is this? Relic dust. Propaganda. Unidentified relic. Hopefully it's not dangerous. Dirt?
Welcome Enter the Dome, an amazing
Read. From Natalie Benhoff. George Zarens. Dear program operators, kindly familiarize yourself with the August 1976 report. Remember that active program participants among the employees, 1217, which 156 are new. Issued 7,404 Chronos points, 18,924 Forefather points. Record issued the amount of total of a lot. Comparative analysis of median data over the past 6 months indicates the number of program participants includes the growth of at a high rate. One of the main reasons are effective explanatory work carried out by the project operators, as well as the explosive growth in number of discoverers in the mined relics of O10 Ankara and C12 Nashville sites. This message will is sent automatically to you. You don't need to reply.
Salutations.
You're looking for a scientific curator? You found him. I can exchange your scientific data for incentive rewards. Tell me you want to know what forefather points reflected on the screen of your handheld are. Certainly good at the expression of absolute puzzlement. You're not ashamed of your ignorance. They all hate me. This is a revolutionary program launched by the corporation. You should know these things. Short version. Scan the forefathers' points and Cronus points. Take those points and exchange them for medicine, chemical agents, and everything else useful. Soon the network curators will be placed all over the dome. And they'll reward explorers for scientific data. You understand everything, but you're not interested in this offer. Exchange points for something useful? Got some forefather points. You can get 2 med kits. Okay, so I can get some stuff. I don't have enough for that. Chronos points? None. Alright.
Come back again.